All right, boys and girls, and welcome to Chord Guitar and to Jacob Lee's song called Author. First time here with Jacob Lee on Chord Guitar, Author. It's pretty much two different parts here in the song, the verse play and the chorus play. Let's take a look at this song. We'll do that with a capo set on the 3rd fret. With that, we have a couple of chords. Let's go over the chords. They're pretty easy there with the capo on 3rd. So let's start with the C. That is 3rd on A, 2nd on D, open G, 1st B, and open E. Then we have the E minor. That is open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, open G, open B, and open E here. Sometimes, and also sometimes the 3rd E. I'm gonna show you when you're gonna use the 3rd E there as the added notes. But this is the E minor, and the next chord will be D. So that is open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 2nd E. We also have G. So that is 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, open B, and 3rd E. And then we will end with this B minor chord. That's a bar chord. You place the bar on the 2nd fret there. You don't have to bar the last E string here. So 5 strings if you count from bottom and up. And then you need to add 4th on D, 4th on G, and 3rd on B. So there we have all the chords. So we're gonna start with the verse play now. And before we go into some technique stuff there I'm gonna mention, we need to learn the strumming pattern here. So one strumming round will be about down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, so 3 times down, up, all right? So, and there's a certain rhythm here. That. So you have down, up, up. The second up there you want to emphasize a bit more than the rest. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So I do that in the way that I'm playing down, up, a little bit here on the mid strings, but when I come to the second up there, I really get the hook down there on the lower strings, the E and B string, to really get that notes, and that will emphasize that that up there. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So one round is down, up, down, up, down, up. All right. So we are ready for the verse now, and we also have some notes here, some extra material here, extra techniques to learn if you want to. You don't have to, but it could be nice to do that because we have this melody going on, and the melody is based upon notes from the actual chords. So we're gonna start with C, 1 string around there. Here you really want to emphasize the E string here. And then we'll go to the E minor and play 1 string around there as well. We're gonna add the 3rd fret on the E string, like I showed you there, and chord through there when we went through the chords. So you add the 3rd fret E string there, because that is the note you want to emphasize now. So you go 1 string around of that as well. So it will be . Right, and then we'll go to the D, and we're gonna play 2 string rounds of that. And the note you want to emphasize now is the 2nd fret E string, which is from the actual chord, this note here. And then you're gonna play C, then D, and then E minor 2. That is the first half of it. So C1, E minor 1, D2, C1, D1, E minor 2. All right. The second half will be in the same way here. C. So no changes there. C1, E minor 1, D2, same notes emphasized there. And then the second part, or the last part here, will be C, D, and E minor again, as in the first round, but we have different notes here to emphasize. So on the C now, you still emphasize the open E string. And then on D, you emphasize the 3rd fret B string. And on E minor, you emphasize the open B string. So the last part here was C, D, and then E minor. Alright, and what I do here, I showed that in the introduction tutorial as well. Sometimes I just play plain strumming there, but for these certain notes here, where you don't find the notes at the bottom here of the neck here as the last string here, it could be hard to really get that note emphasized. So what I do here, I pick that instead of making a down up there in the beginning of the strumming. I pick that string instead, so I really have control of what string I'm emphasized there, what notes. So I play the C like that. So I play C, up, down, and then D. I pick that instead of playing one down, so, and E minor. Also that one I'm gonna pick there. So to summarize the verse play here, perhaps it was a little blurry, but the chords are the same. That means C, E minor, D, C, D, E minor. And you do that for 2 rounds, but on the second round you have just different notes to emphasize there. All right, so that's the only difference. That is the verse play, and then comes the chorus play. If life is a book, that's where we are in the lyrics. Now we don't have to mind any notes to emphasize. We're just gonna play plain strumming here. So it will be 1 strumming round per chord, and it will be with the following incorporation here: C, D, E minor, G, then C, D, E minor, and B minor. So C, D, E minor, and G as the end chord there, and then C, D, E minor, and B minor as the end chord there. That is 1 round. You're gonna play that again for 2 rounds. So 1 round will be like this. There you have the chorus. All right, guys, so that pretty much covers Jacob Lee's author. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, and if it was helpful for you, then give me a like on this tutorial at least. Why not subscribe as well and be a part of this family? Really appreciate all the support, guys. So yeah, thank you for all that, and play tuned.